Hello and welcome to the Average Old Guy. I'm TJ, the old guy, and I am on day 2 of my extended Labor Day weekend staycation adventure quest. So today I'm at Hobby Park in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and I'm going to go for a run. I took the adventure some way here, so I get double credit for taking my bike and brought the bike here. I'm going to run not very long today. I have run here a lot in the past, many miles here, but I'm only going to run half a lap today, maybe 3 miles. And I just want to get a good feel for it. So I got motivated by my son. He wants to do a 5K. He had an ACL injury he's recovering from and wants to run a 5K in December. And I haven't run a whole lot, honestly, in the past year since I've been skating. So I thought today I'd go for a run, and I want to talk about motivation, because I think it's something that, especially for new people getting into fitness and health, it's something I think that's just it's misunderstood. So let me get running up here and we'll talk about motivation today. So Hobby Park is primarily a mountain bike trail, but it's a great running trail. It's a tough running trail, but I'm running the easier section, and what I'm hoping is still easy today. And as I said, I got motivated to run because my son is recovering from an ACL injury and wanted to run a 5K in December. So it got me out here and got me going, and I've run my whole life. So I'm not a non-runner. I just haven't run in a while. And I wanted to talk about motivation and how it fits into fitness and fitness goals, especially if you're older and you're just now getting into fitness. So let's talk about how motivation gets you going and then lets you down. So being motivated for a goal is a great way to get started. And it keeps you going for a little while, but here's what usually happens is you get this big burst of motivation, especially New Year's is a good example. Huge burst of motivation. You go out, you do something for a few weeks, and then you're not motivated anymore and you quit. And if you depend on motivation to keep you going, that's just a recipe for disaster. So a better use of motivation is just simply to get you out the door for a week or so. And then after that, you can build habits to keep you going, because consistency is the key to health and fitness, not motivation. I've run this course when I was training for a 50K and the vertical mile challenge. I've run out here for 5 or 6 hours, and it is hard to be motivated to get up in the morning when it's 90 degrees and come out and run for 5 or 6 hours. So what you have to do is use motivation to get you going initially, and then once you get going, you just do it consistently until it becomes a habit, and then your habits are what carry you. So once you get it to a point where it's ingrained in your system and it's a habit, you no longer have to be motivated. And that's a liberating feeling, to just know, here's what's on the plan. I get up, I go do it. So I apologize if this camera's bouncing. I haven't run with the camera in a long time. But trail running is a great way to get into running. If you are in any way interested in running and it's always intimidated you, trail running is great because you can run at whatever pace you want. Nobody's looking at you, nobody cares, and you can't really set a pace because you just never know what you're going to find trail wise. So setting a pace is just kind of worthless. You just come out here and run, and it's cool in the summer, much cooler than running on the roads, because you're almost always in the shade and it's just pretty. So if you're thinking about trying to run and you never have, look up a local park that has some trails and go try a trail run. So if you've got a bad knee, you know that running downhill is way harder than running uphill. And this is a long downhill section. It's tough to come up on a mountain bike, but it's really hard for me to run with any kind of grace and non-pain. Of course, with any downhill comes an uphill. So this one's fun to come down, but hard to get up. All right, got up there. All right, last big uphill before the parking lot. Oh, it's tough. Hadn't done it in a while. All right, guys, we're done. Just a little over 3 miles and a little over 40 minutes. So that's the longest I've run in quite a while. I felt okay. There's a whole nother 3-mile section that's a little tougher than that, but I felt good. Again, I haven't run in forever. I haven't run here in probably a year or two, so I felt really good doing that, and I want to thank my son for giving me the motivation to get started. But as I said in the beginning, use motivation to get you started, but do not depend on it to keep you going. Work really hard to build healthy habits so that the days when you don't feel like getting out there, you don't have to think about it. You just get up. It's part of what you do. You go do it and you stay healthy. So yeah, this is day 2 of the 5-day challenge. I'm pretty beat because I mountain biked on pre-day 1. So my legs are pretty trash, and I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. We'll find out. When I wake up, we'll figure it out. So like always, appreciate you guys watching. If you want to see more of this kind of content, hit that subscribe button. And I am coming at you from Hobby Park in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. So we'll see you on the next one.